filled with cats who will kill for the paper. That's real shit. Shit jump real quick. Shots flash, your light flash. The fast life got a price tag. That young cat, he flew by in a nice jag, a kingpin, but got the face of a nice lad. The mice mad, the rats hating, they call cops. Price on their head from a poppy who calls shots. Small blocks with street soldiers and Range Rovers, and every one of them plan is taking the game over. What came over on mind state, it's all about the Benjamins. That's what's boosting the crime rate. My prime date was a dime, but 5 years down the line, the street got her, drove her right out of mine. Now she's known for copping dimes and giving them sloppy top to 5-0. Think she be dropping dimes.
Talking about a game, ain't no game, this is real shit. Uptown North Philly, take you on a field trip. Understand. Talking about a game, ain't no game, this is real shit. Uptown North Philly, take you on a field trip.
Street wars, they never end and nobody never win. There's very few veterans, niggas think they ballin', they peddlin'. The low key is the clever men, smart ones hit it and quit it. The misguided, they settle in. Most cops more crooked than a letter S. The number man, they book it and they never stress. Tabletops with bootlegs and fake J's. Niggas hit up a scepter bus with AKs. Send a city full of millionaires and hobos. Niggas starving but still rocking polos. Big beards, low cuts with waves spinning. White tees, pear trees, fresh denim. Cops plan on arresting them, take them down, question them. That's they little way of testing them. Somebody dead from a bad deal, take you on a field trip. Ain't no game, you can see it's mad real.
Talking about a game, ain't no game, this is real shit. Uptown North Philly, take you on a field trip. Understand where I'm coming from. Understand where I'm coming from.
Sam Langford, the Boston Terror, or better yet, the Boston Tar Baby, stood at 5'6.5". He fought from the years 1902 till 1926. He fought for the world welterweight title by tackling the infamous Barbados demon Joe Walcott. Not Jersey Joe won the heavyweight title. This is the welterweight champion, a formidable fighter himself. Now, it's agreed by most that Langford won the decision, but in those days, the newspapers often scored fights and it was rendered a draw. Sam KO'd James Tiger Smith in 1907 for the world middleweight title. Racism prevented Sam and a list of other black heavyweights from competing for the world heavyweight championship. So the colored heavyweight title was birthed, which Sam won by knocking out Harry Wills. The color bar led to Sam, Jeannette, Sam McVea, Wills, Peter Jackson, and Jack Johnson having to fight each other multiple times just to earn a living from their profession. Sam lost the color title to Jack Johnson on points over 15 rounds. He eventually retired in 1926, losing in 1 round to Brad Simmons, and by this time, he was 43 years of age. To further expound his myth, legend, and brilliance, consider that we attribute arrogance and genius and cockiness in the ring to Muhammad Ali, Roberto Duran, talking to and mocking their opponents while beating them down. Well, we see traits of this later in Ray Leonard, Roy Jones, Nassim Hamed, and Mayweather. But what I'm going to do for you now is play you this piece of audio by Burt Sugar, just to show you how nice Sam was with his hands and his mouth.
He can call a round better than Ali. One time he comes out for a round in England, I don't know if it's second or third, and he touches gloves, and the opponent says, "What are you touching gloves for? This isn't the last round." He said, "For you it is."
Then proceeded to KO Flynn in the same round. That's serious shit, man. Sadly, he left the game penniless and blind, stranded in the Harlem streets. He actually fought the last bout against Brad Simmons, legally blind. If he was alive today, he'd make a fortune. He barely would have made cruiserweight. The highest he's recording at weighing at times is over 180 pounds. Some rank Sam as perhaps the greatest heavyweight or just greatest fighter anyway of all time. He had his own patented moves. The slap block. He was the best at barring on display, which is using the forearm to push down your opponent's punches. Sam is not being spoken about here because I'm nostalgic, because I saw some black and white films and I'm trying to prove myself as a historian that I know some old names, even though they was rudimentary in their style and they was really basically just caveman fighters. Sam was doing feints, like just as good or better than Mayweather, just as good as James Toney, Roy Jones, Ali, Leonard. Full-blown feint. He'd feint 2-3 times, one move, and be in punching range. And he wasn't throwing one shot at a time like you see a lot of the old fighters. No. Sam would throw combinations. And with that great physique, he had extraordinary punching power. Sam would knock out full-blown, good heavyweights, just as easy as he'd knock out welterweights. Sam's said by many to be the best heavyweight of all time, or perhaps the best fighter anyway of all time. He's that good. And that's why he's on the list. Sam Langford, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Langford.
Talking about a gang, ain't no gang, this is real shit. Uptown North Philly, take you on a field trip. Understand. Talking about a gang, ain't no gang, this is real shit. Uptown North Philly, take you on a field trip.
I'ma take you on a field trip. My whole area's filled with cats who will kill for the paper. That's real shit. Shit jump real quick. Shots flash, your light flash. The fast life got a price tag. That young cat, he flew by in a nice jag, a kingpin, but got the face of a nice lad. The mice mad, the rats hating, they call cops. Price on their head from a poppy who calls shots. Small blocks with street soldiers and Range Rovers, and every one of them plan is taking the game over. What came over on mind state, it's all about the Benjamins. That's what's boosting the crime rate. My prime date was a dime, but 5 years down the line, the street got her, drove her right out of mine. Now she's known for copping dimes and giving up sloppy top to 5-0. Think she be dropping dimes.
Talking about a gang, ain't no gang, this is real shit. Uptown North Philly, take you on a field trip. Understand. Talking about a gang, ain't no gang, this is real shit. Uptown North Philly, take you on a field trip.
Street wars, they never end, and nobody never win. There's very few veterans. Niggas think they ballin', they peddlin'. The low key is the clever men. Smart ones hit it and quit it. The misguided, they settle in. Most cops more crooked than a letter S. The number man, they book it and they never stress. Tabletops with bootlegs and fake J's. Niggas hit up a scepter bus with AKs. Center city full of millionaires and hobos. Niggas starving but still rocking polos. Big beards, low cuts with waves spinning. White tees, pear trees, fresh denim. Cops plan on arresting them, take them down, question them. That's they little way of testing them. Somebody dead from a bad deal, take you on a field trip. Ain't no game, you can see it's mad real.